Hello folks, and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to this new video, welcome back to a new crazy campaign, another crazy campaign that I would like to do. As you may have guessed from the title, in this series the goal would be to make Germany a great naval power. And as such, I would like to start this series with a very interesting question. So, what would have happened had he, let's say Mr. Mustache, not joined the German army in 1914, but actually joined the German Navy? And what if he spent the whole war within the ranks of the Kaiserliche Marine? I assumed this scenario in which not too many things diverged from our history, from the history that we know, and that Germany lost World War One, and there was the crisis in 1929, and then he came to the power. But by the time he came to the power, he could be considered not only as the Führer of Germany, but also a veteran sailor. Yes, I did some few modding to the Total War mod just for this specific campaign. He comes to the power in 1933, and he realizes that Germany needs the leaving space in the east, blah blah blah, but Germany needs to avenge Versailles, and to avenge Versailles, Germany will have to face France and the United Kingdom. He has a much better knowledge about naval warfare, about the impact of the navy on the status quo, on the territorial divisions of the time, and he understands that if Germany wants to emerge as a, let's say, continental power, Germany needs a potent navy to challenge the Royal Navy, the British Navy. And this is why, well, first of all, as always, I like to really challenge myself. Alright, I could do this. And allow better game performance, yes, perfect. And as such, in 1933, I assumed he established the, I don't know how to, I called it here in the description, the Secret Naval Development Bureau, which is represented here by this idea of the legacy of the Kaiserliche Marine to somehow represent, let's say, extra fundings that the German government invested in developing a potent navy, here represented by the naval research speed plus 15% and naval doctrine research speed plus 15%. Besides that, I also assumed that he already plans to, let's say, stockpile fuel with which to really fuel, sorry for the repetition, a modern German navy, and which is represented here by the 25% of total fuel capacity, and by doubling the amount of fuel capacity from the silos. Let's start this new campaign with the Kriegsmarine title. Hopefully this will bring me good luck, and let's briefly yeah, so by the way, first of all, if you have any tip on how to, did I just say yes? Yeah, okay, it's okay. On how to make Germany a strong naval power, just please tell me. I have to know. I want to know what would you do to make Germany a strong naval power, because I've never done it. I did once a campaign with Japan that ended up very badly, because I showed everybody how bad I was in managing navies. So this should be kind of revenge, let's say. Focus-wise, I would like to start with the Kriegsmarine, just to expand, to get these 3 naval dockyards, and then break the London Treaty, and then as soon as I have time, also prepare the Kriegsmarine for war. I would like to also befriend Sweden. These are, by the way, these are all foresight that I never cared in all of my previous campaigns. Even when I played vanilla game, I really never cared about developing a strong German navy. I just, yeah, you know me. And befriend Sweden. I don't know what will happen, but I really like Sweden's resources up here. So this steel and tungsten I really like them, and I would like maybe to influence Sweden to have it within my access network, and maybe get an easier access to their resources. And yeah, ideally, I still don't know what to do concerning the Plan Z or U-boat efforts. My idea would be to focus mainly on the U-boats to harass the British convoys on one hand, but also on the other hand, really, I would really like to have a strong surface fleet. And the reason of why I would like this will appear in 1 minute. Then, concerning production and training, as I want to invest a lot in the Navy, I will have to sacrifice a bit of the army, and the idea would be to have a core army, which is made of, I think, 10 Panzer divisions and 14 motorized divisions that will be later upgraded into mechanized divisions, as really as a core army that will punch through enemy lines and make pockets and blah blah blah, you know. And the backbone of the army will just be normal standard infantry divisions, foot-based, horse-drawn, whatever. Concerning, because now I'm playing with the La Resistance and with all the changes that Paradox did to the La Resistance, ideally, I checked online on the forums, and based on my experience concerning garrison divisions, the best garrison division would be either a 25, let's say, cavalry battalion-based division with the police and maybe armored cars, or ideally, if I have enough armored cars, a 25, let's say, battalions of armored cars and the military police, because they have the very high suppression values and also a bit of hardness to protect the manpower against partisan attacks. And production. So as I said, I would like to really invest a lot in the Navy, and so here we are producing some outdated submarines. I don't want this, so we are making two. Let's put this into the reserve. Sorry, it's a bit tedious. Okay, done. And as these are all outdated models, I don't want to waste all these productions, so I would just let them finish being produced. Then I will see what I would like to do. Ideally, I would like to invest a lot in submarines, maybe with some engine 2, cubes 2, and then as soon as I unlock things, I would like just to upgrade everything. And construction-wise, my plan would be to build civilian factories and naval dockyards between 1936 and 1938, and then between 1938 and the beginning of the war, just pump out naval dockyards and military factories. I would need civilian factories because I would also want to invest a lot in the secret services, and because concerning the secret service now, my plan would be to establish networks in Czechoslovakia and Poland to set up collaboration governments, and maybe also in Norway, just to gain access to those juicy resources here that, you know, it's always good to have them. And I would like to infiltrate the Royal Navy, let's say, ciphers, to better visualize the position of the enemy convoys. And I think, so research-wise, this is an interesting aspect that I would like to discuss with you, because I have this 15% bonus on naval research, but there are just way too many slots, too few slots, and too many things to be researched if I really want to field a large navy. For sure, I will invest a lot into submarines and especially snorkels to decrease the visibility of my subs, torpedoes to increase the firepower of my ships. I will invest for sure in damage control and fire control methods, and also in landing craft. Why, again, it will appear later, very soon. And I think I will sacrifice from the research medium, light and close air support, because I just want to invest a lot in fighters for air superiority and heavy fighters to slow down the Royal Air Force from pounding the shit out of my cities, as I have experienced in my motorized Wehrmacht campaign challenge here. And I think, yeah, I would research tanks. Maybe I would also not develop all of the support companies' technologies. Infantry is a must. And what else? Yeah, radar. I want to invest in radar a lot because I think it could be useful maybe for the Navy. I have no idea. I never attempted to research this branch of the technologies. And yeah, so concerning the strategy, the goal is to have a strong navy to challenge the Royal Navy, because my idea would be to, first of all, let's say, to become a great naval power. I would like to invade Poland in 1939 and then follow the historical path, so rush north to secure Denmark and Norway, and then march to the west to defeat France and attempt Operation Sea Lion. And here is, I would say, also the other major point of divergence, because instead of launching Operation Barbarossa, my idea will be to build a heavily fortified line along the future Soviet-German border, and just let the Red Army bleed itself to death. I will not have the manpower nor the strength to really launch Operation Barbarossa, because my attentions will be diverted towards the west. And once the United Kingdom would have fallen, my plan is to establish an outpost here in Iceland, then in Greenland, and from here strike at the giant, at the blue giant this time, at the arsenal of democracy. Because honestly, guys, I've never ever attempted to invade the United States with Germany, not even in Art of Violence 3. And even in my previous campaigns, when I finished, let's say, Operation Barbarossa, I stopped the series because I was really afraid of crossing the Atlantic Ocean. But this time I have nothing to worry, because I have a veteran sailor guiding me and guiding the Kriegsmarine to hopefully victory. And yeah, I think so. That should be everything for this introductory video. But no, wait, sorry. I think I forgot just one small thing. Okay, so let's say to make the game a little bit more challenging this time, I also slightly edited a bit starting order of battles of United Kingdom, France, and the United States. And if you just give me time to open the United Kingdom file, I will show you the small change. Okay, and I don't know if you can spot it, but what I did was to add a tremendous amount of convoys to the United Kingdom, and in this case I added the beauty of 5,000 convoys. This is just, let's say, my way to hopefully pray that the AI will not waste too much document capacity in just spamming out convoys, because I'm really looking forward to seeing all those 5,000 and whatever convoys that the UK, France, and the United States have. And I think that's all from my side. As always, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for supporting. If you have any suggestion on how to build up a strong German navy, just let me know. And yeah, stay safe and see you all very, very soon.